Good morning, guys, and welcome back to Linda's Pantry. And today I'm going to show you what I'm taking for lunch, and I'm super excited because this is delicious. We had on our salad last night, and if you follow me on Facebook or you saw yesterday's vlog, I don't think I mentioned it in the vlog, but I did post a picture of Michael's plate. We had the edamame pasta, and I'm not a fan of pasta, so he liked it a lot. And it took half the serving to fill him up because of the overload of protein. So with home canned pantry items, delicious. But on his salad, I put some of these fermented vegetables. And he goes, I didn't even need the dressing because I put a little bit of homemade dressing on there. He's like, I didn't need it. So this was a 6-day ferment, I believe. And I thought it came out perfect. Next time I'm going to try a little longer. Perfect tang. The thing is, if I get it too sour, he won't eat it. So next time I'm going to try 8 days. With these same vegetables. Carrots, red onion, and red bell pepper. Delicious. So today, this is going in my lunch. I'm super excited. And I may not come home with any. So, I'm also taking some turkey. I'm not going to eat all this, but I'm just going to take the whole thing. I've got some butter lettuce so I can make lettuce wraps, and some fresh tomatoes because that doesn't have tomatoes in it. And some sprouts. Let's talk about the sprouts for a second. Here's my radish sprouts. Look at, oh my gosh, they are ready. Today, really what I'm letting them do is get some green on them from getting some sunshine. Taking the lid off and letting some sun get in there. But I just rinsed these. I personally have this in my lettuce wraps today. With the fermented vegetables. How healthy. And then I've got my kombucha. I'm going to be just overloaded with health. I should be glowing and 10 years younger by this afternoon. Anyway, Michael's really enjoying. He's not a big fan of sprouts, but he is enjoying the fermented vegetables and all the stuff that I'm doing. He does not like kombucha, but I'm going to try a couple of things. And the roots of the sprouts get in. See, I could eat this whole tray right now. These are radish sprouts, so they're a little spicy. I'm really getting greedy here. But I think that's probably a good amount for me to have on my lettuce wraps. And look how beautiful and healthy and organic. All the sprouting seeds I get, I try to buy organic. Now, that being said, I'm soaking the phytic acid off of the seeds here. I've got the mix that I bought. Now, this was a 1-pound broccoli, and I put a link down in this description box for these if you want these. This is a mix of broccoli, clover, red radish, and alfalfa. So you get a little bit of the sweet with some of the spicy. I'm going to soak these, and then this afternoon I'll probably go ahead, because I can tell these are going to be gone, I'll go ahead and soak some more radish seeds that I can start, and I'm going to show you how to sprout in a mason jar. Now, this is my other fermentation, so before I leave for work, and I need to go out and measure my garden bed, and I don't want to go out there, it's windy. So I push back, ooh, it's bubbly, it's fizzy, yeah. It's fizzing. I don't know if you guys can see. See all the bubbles? Woo! Yum! Okay, let's try a tomato. You get a little bit of tang. It's not done yet. A little bit of tang, but then that sweet tomato. Delicious. Now, I covered these with basil leaves, so I'm going to cover these back up. We want everything under the liquid. Perfection. And the lid goes on, and I have to burp this every day, but honestly, it's not a problem because now I get to taste it. Okay, now, next on the list, I'm going to go out and measure my raised bed that I am putting my tomatoes in. I'm going to have to cover my tomato plants tonight and tomorrow night, I think. The low's going to get to 35, so I don't want to take a chance on losing what I have out there. I'll bring the ones I haven't planted yet in and put them on the table. But I can do that this afternoon. But right now I'm going to go measure that because I want to put a hoop house over that to extend the life of those tomato plants come fall. And I can use a hoop house on any of the beds for lettuce for all winter long. You know how well my lettuce did last winter? Well, We're gonna up the ante. Anyway, all right guys, I gotta get going and we'll put you on the selfie stick and show you something else. I've got news about Lula Roe, you guys. I'll talk about it in the car on the way to work. Okay guys, so I'm almost to work, but I wanted to come on and tell you about the windy weather we're having. Ugh, it's terrible. Went out and measured those garden beds, and I've got 2 different sizes of hoop houses I would like. And then I was like, okay, go fix your hair again. And it's not going to be a good hair day here in northern Nevada, but that's okay. So, I wanted to tell you about the Lula Roe. Okay, so I guess we had a misunderstanding somewhere along the line. And Heidi's daughter, after watching my video from yesterday, called her and said, no, not just $5 off. She said, $5. Okay, so this is it. You go over to the link I've left for you for Rachel Scott's Lula Roe group on Facebook. Go over there and join. If you purchase something, even if you don't, be sure and just leave a comment and tell her that you're a Pantry Peep from Linda's Pantry and that I sent you. And then that way she knows people are listening. So, and I know too. Go over there, and if you purchase anything, you'll get $5 off every item you purchase. Plus, get this. I've never seen any consultant do this. Plus, you're going to get free shipping. What? I'm like, oh my gosh. So, Jamie, this one's for you. I already sent her the link, but totally awesome. I think that that's just a wonderful thing for her to do, to introduce somebody that might not want to dive in just yet, or go, I don't know if I'll like it. And, you know, they guarantee and stand behind their products. So I hope that this gets you excited about maybe a new adventure with Lula Roe, because they have maxi skirts and just beautiful stuff. Very comfortable. And so you know what a fan I am. Anyway, so I thought that was super exciting, and I just have to say thank you, Rachel. Rachel is my sister-in-law Heidi's daughter, and so I've met her once at Heidi and Robert's wedding, but I'm quite sure that she doesn't fall far from that tree that Heidi made. Anyways, because I just adore Heidi. I know you, mwah, Heidi. Anyway. Super excited. I couldn't believe when she texted me that this morning. I'm like, no way. Are you sure? Okay. So it's your first order only. So load up. That's what I say. Shop, shop, shop. I'd take advantage of it, but I'm a shopper like that. So, oh my gosh. Well, there's only a couple of us here so far, blowing in with the wind, but I'm going to go to work, and I'll get back to you when I get done from work. I may or may not go to the nursery, so it'll depend on what the weather looks like, because it's pretty crappy out right now. All right, guys. I'll see you when I get off work. Okay, guys. So we are making kombucha. I'm so excited. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So I've brewed my tea, and I've let it cool. It's right at room temperature. And I'm learning as I go, but I just had a big lesson on this. So... And I've been reading and watching YouTube videos and everything else. And so I'm going to use the first kombucha that I got from my subscriber. And thank you again. Anyways, I've got a gallon jar here that I washed, I cleaned. I actually rinsed it out with vinegar and then rinsed it again with my filtered water. So everything is really clean. Even though this is bacteria. This is good bacteria though. Okay, so this is double. I mean... This is in 2 different bags. You don't even have to touch this one. So, and I'm not going to. I'm just going to let it slide on in. Now, the juice that's in there is from a different, the previous ferment, or the previous kombucha. So we're going to let that go. All of that juice and the Scoby slide on in. Anyways, and it kind of sank to the bottom. But I hear that that's totally normal. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to panic. And you can smell the vinegar, you know, the vinegary base to it. So what happens is, as this sits, it's going to form another Scoby on top if it sits at room temperature or above. Yeah. So I've got 2 layers of cheesecloth here. I'm just gonna cover it. And we're gonna set it in the pantry because it's dark, but it's constant temperature, no drafts, no sunlight. And I'm probably going to, cut up one of my tea towels at some point to to do this. So I have the right size, perfect, yeah, okay. Anyways, that's all there is to it. You brew, I did about 3/4 of a gallon of, I boiled 3/4 of a gallon of water, turned it off, steeped 5 organic black tea bags, and 1 cup of sugar. Sugar must be dissolved. You steep that tea. Don't use anything metal in there. It's got to be in a stainless steel pot. So if you do, it's got to be stainless steel. But I used a wooden or a bamboo spoon, and you get that all dissolved, and then you're going in here, and you've got organic kombucha started. And I'm going to do a second ferment on this. So stay tuned and watch the videos, because a week from now, that's about how long this is going to take. It will be kombucha. And then you'll have a layer of yeast at the bottom sometimes. You'll have another Scoby formed at the top. You got all kinds of good stuff going on in here. And Mama Scoby's down at the bottom. Maybe she's got to wake up. And then we'll go ahead and do a second ferment. I'm trying to think of all the things I'm supposed to say, but I'm going to do a second ferment with some blueberries in there and try to get a little bit of fizz on it. And I'll do that in the kombucha jars, containers that I saved and washed and sterilized from all the tea that I've been drinking for tons of money. And this cost me pennies. All right, guys, so we'll see you in 7 days for this action. And then let's see, I think that's all that's going on. I did start another thing of sprouts, so let me go get that and I'll show you what I did. Okay, so here's my sprouting seeds, and I set these, in fact, I need to get this soaked here. I put this in a mason jar. Number one, when I cleaned my sprouter, the roots go through the holes. It's kind of a pain, even though I like to use it. This keeps a little more water on the seeds until they really sprout. Even though I soaked them, they still have that, that phytic acid to get through. That's a protective coating on the seed to keep it from sprouting when it's not supposed to. And I'm going to go ahead. I've got cheesecloth on here for the lid, so you can go ahead and drain it. There's an empty, clean cup, and I'll show you. See how much water was left in there? Each day, I'm going to fill this jar with water, shake it really good, twice a day, and let it drain. And I'll just let it sit upside down in here after I drain the majority out. The seeds stick to the sides of the jar, and I'll bring it along every day and give you a glimpse of this. It's super easy, cheap sprouting jar. You could use an old mayonnaise jar and a rubber band and some cheesecloth. You can't get any easier than that. So you can buy expensive sprouters, but you don't need to. See how the seeds stick to the jar? Well, pretty soon they'll be sprouted. Those 2 tablespoons of seeds will fill this quart jar with sprouts in just a few days. So I'm excited. And that took about a tablespoon more of water off of that. Nice. Okay. And then you want to lay it on its side in a dark place. I've got a little area in the pantry that's right there. I see it every time I walk in there, so I know, oh yeah, I gotta rinse those twice a day. And we'll have sprouts. Next, we'll be coming up with the broccoli sprouts, and I think broccoli sprouts do better in this. And then, I don't know, I might do some mung beans or something else for you and see, but I want to keep the sprouts coming. I ate that whole bag of sprouts by myself, and there's another bag, and I'll probably eat that too. Anyway, it's okay. I'm really the only one that likes it. I'll have to sneak it into sandwiches or wraps for Michael, and then he'll eat it. As long as it's not in huge quantities, he's okay with it. Okay, so now that I've got the kombucha done, I got my DNA testing back, and I actually got a message from one of you already that saw my picture, and I could be her 5th cousin. Isn't that exciting? That's awesome. Anyways, I not knowing any of my family tree, I don't know how far all this is going to go, but my daughter's going to try to do some research. I just got off the phone with her, and she's going to try. Let's see. I made a pot of soup, chicken soup. Okay, because it's cold outside, and so all I put in here. And these are the healthy noodles I get at Costco. And you rinse them off. They 25 calories, 0 dairy, 0 fat, 0 cholesterol, pretty much 0. It just gives you a noodle, a faux noodle. And I love zoodles. I did buy some zucchini and yellow squash, so we'll be doing zoodles at some point this week. But I put a pint jar of my hoarded home canned mushrooms. Oh, and they are perfect. They don't end up mushy. They've got the same exact feel as a canned mushroom. Look at that beauty in there. So I've got organic celery, mushrooms, pimentos, because I love pimentos. And I actually might put a few peas in there, some frozen peas. Just delicious. Anyways, it's 9 o'clock, and my husband is just now on his way home. He stayed with Dad while he had his chemo treatment tonight, and so it's so hard. Anyways, and I am hoping I sleep tonight. So I got all my tomato plants covered up outside. I covered them with brown paper bags. They still have airflow in there, but it should protect them from any frost. We're supposed to get to 35, but you never know. You could get, I've had stuff freeze in the garden and not over here. So, or one side of the garden, not the other. So you just want to cover all your bases. And then that one grape tomato that's kind of between the two trellis things, I wrapped that in row cover. So it's protected. Because it has tomatoes. I ate my first tomato off of it. So I bought a basil plant in this is organic basil, in the in the produce section, and I'm going to plant it. It's cheaper than buying an organic basil plant already established in the garden section. And so all of the tomatoes have been watered. Look how healthy they are. These are really healthy. These are all from Costco. The ones that are out there were from Ace True Value. So my pepper plants are still in here. I have a 6-pack over there too. Goodness, I feel like the green gardener. So I bought fencing to go around and put it all up. Oh, I'm so excited. Did I tell you that? I'm super excited. Sometimes I forget what I've told you. Because I could be talking to somebody else. Let's go see the baby chickens. Because we need to put them to sleep. I came home today. Oh my gosh. I'm so bummed. Poor little baby girls. They were all underneath and in the corner. Okay? So, hi girlies. Hi chickadoos. I got some chickadoos in there. Yes, I do. So they were down over here underneath in that far corner, hiding. And usually they stick their little necks up and, woo, the old lady do is home. And they weren't doing that. Look at them. They're all, hey, man, you gonna open the door? So I was like, what's going on? The other waterer that I had been sitting outside, and the plastic, there was a crack at the top. So all it did was flood a gallon of water all over their shavings. So I had to bag it up. I cleaned it all out. I put them upstairs in the roosting area. I put them up there and put the ladder so they couldn't get back down until I let them down. Hi, girls. And hi, little chickers. Those are my chickadoos. Yes, they are. Anyways, look at those girlies. Oh, hi there. Hi. Did you want to come over and see me? I'm that lady dude that gives you stuff. Anyways, listen to them. I just love the peeps. They're little pantry peeps. Hi. You want to join the club? Do you? I can tell already they've grown and they're getting more feathers. Hi, little one. Yeah. Yes. Oh, stretch those feathers. Because she's a big girl. Anyway, cleaned it all out. Got it dry, clean, dry shavings back in there. And, yep, I'm going to I'm going to turn their light out. Or you know what? I don't know if I will, since it's going to get down so cold. It doesn't get cold in here. Our garage is fully insulated. And we have, I mean, there's cabinets floor to ceiling. Yeah, on both sides. It never freezes in here. The dog water, I've never had it get frost on it or anything. So, anyway, oh, now they're going to run around and show off. It's like, now that I leave, they get excited. Look at them. I love it. So that water, I'd actually bought that as a temporary fix for our training pigeons, but I went and got it out, dumped it, gave them back their old waterer that doesn't hold a full gallon, and I have to go buy them a new one, but dumped it out and sanitized this one with the bleach solution and then washed it with soap and water and vinegar, and they're good to go, and they have apple cider vinegar in their water. Anyways, okay, girlies, have a good night. Okay? Chick-a-doos. Oh, anyway. So, I'm going to close the video for tonight. I know you guys are probably done with hearing me chit-chatty-watty. And, oh, oopsie, just nice. They get a little bit, they can get up in that nesting box if they want to go roost. They walk all the way up there on their own. So, when it's warmer, I'll start turning that light off. I've turned it off a couple nights when it was real warm, but tonight I'm going to leave it on, and I am going to, I don't want to have a bowl of soup. It's 9 o'clock. I'm not going to eat, but I need to have it ready because I'm sure Michael's starving. Unless he ate Dad's soup, which could have happened. Sunny house. Oh, and here's the plans for a hoop house. Probably not going to happen. I'd like to make a small one. I might try to fabricate something, but anyway, I got my garden protected, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, and we're going to see how the sprouts are doing, well, I can't show you the kombucha. So today is Friday. Next Friday will be a kombucha update, and we'll see what we got going on. All right, guys. Good night, and mwah, I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, share the video. And look in the about section below. I'll put a link to a good kombucha Scoby, Scooby. Yeah, a kombucha Scooby-Doo, and you can go get your very own. All right. Mwah.